That was fine. That was fine too.
Almost everywhere. Like a 52-car pickup there for a second.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, even without one?
Yes, we have to start at 2 because that's when the meeting was scheduled.
Thank you. Appreciate that clarification. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming to this meeting of the Moore County Board of Elections to consider absentee ballots. Call the meeting to order and ask the members to stand, right? To stand and say the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this point, we'll have the roll call. Please state your name and whether or not what you have any conflict of interest with the matters that are before us this afternoon.
Holly Powell, no conflict.
Martin Carpenter, no conflict.
Bob Howell, no conflict.
Antoinette Kelly, no conflict.
Susan T. Adams, no conflict.
Thank you very much. We'll proceed to the consideration of absentee ballots. And if someone who has done this before could guide us through, we would appreciate that.
So Anne Marie's gonna open up the machine. You guys are gonna verify that the machine is empty, that the count is 0, and you will sign the 0 tape.
Looks like me to me.
Like I'm in a magic.
And then they suddenly appear.
Show us there's not any emergency. It's a shelf. It doesn't go down.
Yeah, it's a shelf.
It's a shelf.
So you would see them.
Yes, yes. Yes. Start with R, two.
There's something going on.
It's blinking back here. It's on.
So I guess this is the chance to figure out what the warm-up time is.
Well, they're supposed to plug them in overnight. So Monday night at setup, they're to plug them in. So that the batteries charge. Yeah. Well, there is no turning on.
So we have recharged this battery before?
Yes, it was on.
Well, there we go.
So for us though, there's a 2-part power on here and it's power on with the screen door, so most likely, we'll have everything ready, and then when the poll workers come, they just toss it over there, pop it over. That's a two-part power. Well, you know, well, this is good because you get to see it from when the poll workers is there, how they display on it, how they. Well, everyone who's done it, you see how little that other screen was, you can't see nothing, you're sitting there this close.
I noticed.
It does.
What's that?
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am. So when you pull it,
Just on the one side.
so when you pull it out, you lock it, there's a handle that pulls up, and you
Yeah.
just roll it this
Just on
way.
the
So you have to figure out what you. So, and this is good for the board members too, so now what happens with the security purposes of it, once she qualifies and there's a code that you have to put into it, it's nothing else you need to do. Like if she tried to put another stick in there, like she'll be able to take it. Oh, okay, because she's qualified. Yeah, usually making all this noise, no, like Holly and Holly and Tony though, because usually, yeah, but this is the most noise you're gonna get in that check, the print of the paper, that's it. Because usually we would have that, the thing going, we don't have that no more. And of course, but you can see how much clearer it is compared to what our DS-100 was. Yes. It's thermal, so it won't. So we're gonna open up for absentee, and then it will also display what we're doing in absentee. So this is the zero take, the reason we did the public count is at zero. So we want everything to that.
The protected count, which will, it will come off, it's everything that's ever been through the machine. But on election day, you won't see that, so that includes like all the LNA testing we've already done, all the ballots we've already put through. And when they came and delivered, they did their own test. So they did their test and then we just did our normal LNA testing.
So all that's in memory, yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, so
everything
that
that's
never
ever
goes
done.
away.
Right.
Always kept.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Okay, so we are at the end.
So
So
you
this is your,
sign,
so the tape now, the way that it looks now, you'll see when we're doing each of the faces, we'll even see how we. So it also does that, so this is all the material, that's how we know everything is there. You have your writing, so if the board is okay with that to proceed, I'm gonna have everyone sign on the line, that is a serial tape and we'll proceed. Okay,
and then they just zero.
and then we'll have to put zero on the sheet.
They'll initial after the meeting.
After we meet, or from the final count.
Or do we do one for zero?
Put zero on the sheet, you start off with zero.
Oh, well, yeah.
So we don't have this as chairman.
Yes.
You didn't get all that
Because
information.
normally it's just judge's time. Yeah, and it's a little bit more vibrant, as you can see it a little bit better.
I know, I
They're wonderful. I like the pins, I'm like nightmares from the pins.
My husband hates them.
guess it's less than 2022.
This is not.
Can't believe that you can get these.
Not that tight, anybody.
So there's no.
Yeah, correct.
It
So
takes a
I,
picture.
what happens is it will actually take, so now it's less, fiddling by the poll worker.
With the
Like
ballots. You don't have to separate.
No, because at the very end, there is a writing that actually prints on the tape along, so they'll print that. one thing we do like about it, the, less touching up about.
Yeah, well, that's great.
It's, and it also keeps track of everything. That election.
Hopefully they'll like that.
He'll still take it up.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we'll pay right election, right? Yeah.
So I guess either way.
Yes, so Ms. Terry will continue on there with that.
Okay, so everyone has a copy of the poll book. Just for convenience, I'm down here with Susan. I will have Susan read off the CIV numbers. We can read off the CIV numbers so long as we do not say any of the voters' names associated with that CIV number. We'll start off with civilian first. We have 5 civilians.
CIV 11, CIV 41, CIV 54, CIV 60, CIV 63. Military 28, military 38. Overseas 21.
So that should match your poll book list. Now, I will say, I said I was gonna pick out 10 ballots for spot checking. We only have 8, so I'm just gonna pass them all down for you to look at. And also, this, overseas ballot, the one they emailed is inside the envelope if you'd like to compare to what we marked on the ballot. But I did have a, multi-partisan team duplicate it with me.
The IDs, the picture IDs,
They were all included.
okay, we were wondering about, is there, on the envelope, is there a plastic area that you could put it in for
Yes.
viewing? And you've done that?
They put it in there.
Okay,
They're supposed to put their ID on the outside, fill out the back, and then they return it in another.
okay, got it. She'll give us what I have. Yeah, I'm not gonna have multiple.
Oh, no, not yet. You just check, you just go.
So, yeah, we're just reviewing right now, because we're let you guys spot check 10.
So for the board that's never done it, so for the military, they only require, I'm sorry. For the military, they only require one signature. There's not like, for the civilians, it's 2 signatures, 2 witnesses, or the notary. So that's the difference.
Is that the voting officer that signs that?
No, sir, it could be just, the one witness for the, military person.
No, they don't need any witness.
Oh, no, they just
And they don't
sign.
have to provide ID.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have to provide.
Military and overseas.
But for the civilian, it's 2 witnesses or notary.
So military and overseas don't have to have any witnesses.
No,
And they
no,
don't
I
have
have
And
that.
don't have to have an ID.
Correct.
And these all came in mail-ins, not via email, which we would then have to transpose.
So one
One of
notary.
them is.
Okay,
Now, normally, this is not normal, so don't get happy. This is kind of light. Yeah, that's light.
This year maybe
But we
like,
done skipped 2 absentee.
Right.
Usually, they're like their first meeting. Well, no, we can't use that day. That was something precedent.
Yeah.
I don't want to use that. So normally in a regular election, your first meeting, you can look at almost 250 to 300.
oh, next year, yes.
Oh, that's not good.
Next year's your worst.
We're just making sure the envelope is completed.
They have 78.
We take this.
Usually the seal.
There's a lot.
Yeah, this time there's just 8.
She wrote us.
Okay, question. Was there a signature? There was not a signature.
I apologize, I should have explained it. This envelope, because they emailed it to us, this is just an envelope I have.
Got it. This was the email one. Got it. Got it.
Sorry, I should have explained that. The envelope's not gonna actually have anything on it.
It's an email, so that would be that. Oh, these are two different things here?
Yeah,
Yes, the thin ones are military ballots.
Got it. I was, give me one last time.
Okay.
I've got to get my mind around this. Back into the boat.
yeah.
You should know what them ballots look like.
These are 3 different ones.
Yeah, those are different ones. Yeah, I was looking for a combination of, okay, what's happening here?
I mean, I just put it down from my notes.
Okay, now that they're all reviewed, we can open them. Normally I would divide them up between all of you when there's a lot. There's only 8. So if you guys want to open them, you're welcome to.
I will let you do that.
You can tell everyone who loves doing that.
I can tell, yeah.
Now, normally in a bigger election, Ms. Holly will use the letter opener.
Yeah, we have a letter opener.
And you just help us take everything out.
I'm sorry.
So when, in a bigger election, we'll have a letter opener and then usually you help us kind of take everything out, smooth it out.
Not gonna,
We're gonna see how this one works because usually with our M100, if it had too much of a crease in it, because the way they folded the ballot, sometimes we would have to use duplicate or just
I can see the other
take
side.
it in, but this is little different, so it should be.
There, if you're going this direction, it looks like that's the serrated edge.
this is
This was here.
well, they're both, actually,
I know,
I
I'm like-
think they both are.
We should have some just.
I can't PG.
Yeah, you do.
We got high tech, film tech, and low tech.
This is not duration.
He's looking for his money. I really was.
Keep with me.
You want me to just lay them open? Or-
I can take them as you open them.
And then we just retain this with the
Um, yes, just lay it to the side and I'll package those up
Okay.
each meeting.
Here, I'll take them out. You see them.
So yeah, so once we
You
go
got a little-
through,
you got a little straw
we'll
in
get the
there.
number, we verify that the
There's a
number
little
is
straw.
what we have, and then you sign the paper on it.
Do we have 911 on standby?
Okay.
Do we want? 911?
On standby?
So once you verify it, you just open it and feed it.
So you normally don't feed, so normally what happens in a bigger election, you, like I said, you'll have either over 200.
Right.
Whereas this,
So we do this spot.
Yeah.
Y'all help us open them and then we kind of gather them from you and we all put them. You myself, and you feed them in. Once you get everything
Lock on
in,
there.
then have you look at the screen to see what the number is to make sure that what's on the whole book that you want off is on the number there. If
Okay,
not,
this
then
one's
we
gonna be
just
different.
skip one, we didn't take one out the envelope.
It's
So
military.
then, once we do all of that, once you verify that number matches what you read off, and there's another law.
Definitely made these secure.
That each time they open up that machine and that paper log, you're able to verify that nothing is changing.
Right here.
Okay.
There we go.
And also put these ballots that are put in there, add on to that number that was already in.
Yeah, so we don't close it out, we just, this is like early vote, we just keep rolling it through.
Okay.
Until election, day at 2 o'clock when we close
Okay.
Wait a minute. So,
this is ballot in there.
It's in the ballot? Is it an envelope?
No, I physically mailed them a ballot.
which one is it?
So that's gonna adjust your count.
Yes.
And that's another thing too. So a lot of times, because we can't open it and we don't open it until you are here to verify, we have situations like that.
Right.
So now that's going to change our count in the system and our count on you.
So now you resend it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Is it Heather?
What's the, what military, what now?
Military 38.
So-
38.
So military candidate, you're gonna cross out as a cancel because there's no ballot there. So instead of having 8, we're looking at a 7.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so is, I think this is what Marty was asking, what's the follow-up with?
So Carrie will follow up with this to see what happened again. Do you follow up back up with them?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, she'll follow up with
I
you.
just didn't know.
Yeah, and a lot of
Because
times,
normally if I find an issue before the meeting, I'm gonna address it as a voter to make sure it gets fixed.
Yeah.
but
I won't wait until the meeting. because that by then, it could be too late.
But
But
there
a
are,
situation like this where they mail it back in the ballot envelope, I can't open that until the meeting, so I had no idea.
No, got it.
The cure is with if you don't get signatures and all. You can see that on the envelope, you redo it if they don't have two witnesses or whatever, that you do.
There are
Without
curable
us.
deficiencies
Yeah.
and non-curable deficiencies. If it's non-curable, I will issue a new ballot immediately and let them know that I've reissued a new ballot. If it's curable, I'll notify them as well and send that information in.
Okay.
all right, one thing you probably will see, we've had it where a voter messed up, they spoiled it, they sent it back, we couldn't open it, and they wanted a new ballot, so. But that, for the board to see and to make sure that,
Things are at the last minute, is that when the option becomes for them to email it?
for military,
The only people that can email a ballot are military and overseas.
Overseas, that's what, yeah.
if it's last minute for civilian, a lot of times we'll ask them if it's possible if they can make it to an early voter site or a precinct election day site to correct it.
Okay.
They're not able to get it to the
Right.
site. So now your count is gonna be different, because that one is gonna take it off. Y'all finished with that? Does it show the count? Oh, they wanna check the number now to make sure that it's correct.
You already put it in?
Yep.
That was quiet.
Right in. I know, that's like the least amount of noise I've ever heard.
Count is 7, all right.
So for the military and overseas that use an email ballot,
Sir?
or I'm sorry, for the military and overseas that use an email ballot, are there particular requirements or,
They have to be
Provision.
military or overseas.
but up beyond that, that are,
No, other than that,
Okay.
that's it.
so some of them just chose to use the
Yes, sir.
paper ones, okay.
The only other person that could probably do, email ballot if they have, the deficiency like with their eyes, and it has to like read it to them or something. So we can do that one as well, but that's the thing, specifically state that for that to be used.
But you don't buy them by person.
Yes.
Now, this is so quiet.
Well, the other machine was so much louder.
Go by the clock.
It's so quiet.
I love
We
this.
learned the cost.
Last thing is, two things. If you could all pass these around and just sign one, I only need one sticker signed. And these are to go on the back, you can seal them when I put them in the vault.
So for each absentee meeting, you sign those stickers, we'll put them on the badge, and they're held for detention for 22 months.
Not turned on. You just.
No, we just close the cover now, and then when we come back next Tuesday, if we have someone, we pop it open and just automatically
Ready.
open up. It'll be ready.
Wow.
Then there's a battery backup.
Yes, sir, so if the power was to go out, it has a 3 to 4 hour shelf life before anything out before anything has to take place. But we already have, worked with emergency management to let them know, so that if anything happens, we can have backup generators to be ready to be used on that.
Cause you're under.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's your vault in on that. Yeah, that's our vault. We don't, it has only key access to the vault when she puts it in. Okay. That's our all of the, ballots on the.
And if anybody gets too close.
I've never done it, so I can seal
Seal the lights up and you get up out of here.
too much detail.
I can tell. I was like, Lord, you're not a true crime person. You love true crime.
Just watching somebody.
Are these names confidential?
Yes, because we, well,
Yes.
this is the way the state will. You can't read the name and the CIV number because the CIV number is confidential. However, during these meetings, we are allowed to read the CIV number so long as we don't associate it with the voter's name. And typically, we read the CIV numbers because it's easier. You can go CIV 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's typically why we do it that way.
And if
These
somebody
are
was.
confidential. This piece of paper is confidential.
Yes, there.
Because
And it
has
should
both.
remain here when we leave.
Yes,
And we should not write the names down.
I would not.
Because you can't have both. I mean, you can do one or the other. So that's it for that meeting. I'm sorry, it wasn't long.
Well done, it's a good,
It's a good start. to
that's
show
for
you.
sure.
I do have a question.
I was gonna ask.
Madam Secretary, how are we doing on all the minutes from our first meeting?
Those have been done and submitted already, just waiting for these last 3. And I'll get those in this week.
So do we have minutes to sign
No,
today?
not today, because for the okay. So some reason, the county has gotten involved with meetings for every department, it's just not ours. Because the board does not have regular meetings, your meetings are considered special meetings. So whatever I place on your meeting agenda, that's all we can meet on. Now, if I need to add the minutes so you can look at them at a particular, like I can't do it at this meeting, but at the next one I can. I just have to notice for each meeting, whatever we do, that's what you do and that's what we stick to.
So really for all meetings, after the Pledge of Allegiance and roll call, the first thing should be the review and approval of the meeting, of the minutes from the previous meeting. So minutes should be on every one of the agendas if in fact,
For
The meeting-
absentee meetings.
no, well,
Are there minutes for absentee meetings?
Just what we just went over.
There will be.
but we still have
for
minutes
abs-
from previous meetings.
Yes, so what you have to do is that would be like 2 kind of separate meetings. Anything that you do for absentee is just absentee. You would have to close this meeting out, go into another meeting, which I have to notice for that meeting for you to review other stuff. But for absentee meetings, that's all we take care of is absentee meetings. You can close it out and then go. into
So what is our first meeting that's non-absentee coming up?
And October.
Which means we won't be approving the minutes until sometime in November?
Unless,
Unless, like I said, if you want to close this meeting down, then open up another meeting. I just have to make sure I have enough time to notice that you're having a special meeting to take care of old business. that make sense?
Yeah, it feels like at some point in time, we've got to approve minutes from the
And I
meetings we've
understand that,
had.
but I was gonna discuss that with you today anyway, so I could let you know that that will be the process. So since you're gonna be here and it's not as busy, it will be easy to finish your absentee, kind of close it down, then go back into any other discussion that needs to be discussed.
So in the future, like the next absentee, we would have adjournment, and then you would say, now we're gonna have a separate meeting to do other stuff, and that would show up on the agenda. Okay,
Yes, sir.
And we can do that with a shield note.
Will we get the minutes ahead of time? to
Oh, yes,
review?
you get it, you get it ahead of time. Because everything is ready, it's just now that we're in this part of the election cycle, anything in this part of the election cycle is what we have to take care of. So everything, she has everything, and just waiting for a time for you to be able to do it. So this is the best thing. Like I said, since it's slow, you can finish your absentee, adjourn, and then open back up for just a regular meeting of anything that the board needs to be aware of, and the approved minutes and things like that.
All right, well, let's do that.
I move that we adjourn this meeting.
second?
That meeting for absentee ballots is adjourned.
We can't do another meeting because
So
we're
we
not
can't do
agenda.
another, I was like, you trying to do another meeting? I don't have it.
No, we can, but we can talk.
Oh, yeah, you can talk, it's still recording. They adjourned, Carrie.
I know, I got,
Oh, okay.
she was, I didn't take a note, because she
Oh,
wanted
no,
me to
you're
research
fine.
something for her.
I wanted to discuss.
You guys want to give me those, we can give it back to
Just for clarification, she's not conducting